This is the United States Emergency Broadcasting Network. If you are hearing this transmission, then our signal is still alive, which means you might be too. This is deadmantrav radio. This station used to read traffic reports, election results, and weather warnings. But tonight, we are here only to speak on what we thought was impossible. If you are alone right now, if you are hiding, if this radio is the only thing making sound in your world, then stay with me. You didn't imagine the screams. You didn't imagine the sirens stopping. And what's outside is real. 17 days ago, emergency rooms across the country were flooded with violent patients suffering from unknown fevers and seizures. Doctors thought it was a mutated flu, then rabies, then a chemical attack. It took 48 hours for the first official word to reach the public. They told us to stay calm. They told us help was coming. They lied. The dead began to reanimate inside hospital wards. Nurses were the first to be attacked, and doctors. And entire wings went dark. Security footage showed bodies standing back up minutes after flatlining. In a matter of hours, every major hospital in the country had collapsed from the inside out. By the second day, it wasn't just hospitals. It was everywhere. We now know the infection didn't start naturally. It spread through a rushed emergency vaccine deployment tied to a mutated neurological virus. A last-minute patch, a shortcut taken under pressure. The virus kills the host in under 2 minutes. Then it reboots what's left. No personality, no memory, no restraint, only hunger. If their teeth break your skin, if their blood enters your eyes, nose, or mouth, you will turn. Fast. Let me tell you how fast a world can die. Day 3, airports shut down. Day 4, martial law declared. Day 5, power grids began failing. Day 6, National Guard units vanished mid-deployment. By day 10, most governments had gone completely silent. New York City burned from river to river. Los Angeles became a wall of smoke you could see from space. Chicago went dark in under an hour. Foreign broadcasts followed. France fell in one night. Brazil within 2. Australia went quiet after the Outback evacuation failed. The oceans didn't save anyone. Neither did the mountains. I won't call them monsters. Monsters imply thought. These things feel no pain. They do not bleed out. Their muscles tear and keep moving. Their bones snap and keep walking. They are guided by noise, motion, and light. They gather in massive packs, hundreds, sometimes thousands. If you hear one outside your shelter, that means it already found you. Destroy the brain. Nothing else works. If you are listening to this broadcast right now, your survival instincts are working. Don't ignore them. Here's what we know keeps people alive the longest. Travel only at dawn. Never light fires at night. Never run unless you're already seen. Never stay anywhere that smells like blood. Always know 2 ways out. And never sleep more than 3 hours at a time. Windows are death. Stairs are traps. Basements save lives. If someone you trust is bitten, you do not wait. The person you love is already gone. This station is broadcasting from a reinforced emergency relay bunker in the southwest United States. The exact location will never be revealed. We tried helping survivors reach us. It ended with gunfire in the hallways. There are only 6 of us left now. 1 engineer, 1 mechanic, 1 exhausted medic, and 2 volunteers who no longer speak. And me. We rotate power between transmitters and emergency lights. Every broadcast might be our last. Before National Command fell, 3 evacuation zones were mentioned. Northern Montana, the Canadian Rockies, and a deep-sea platform in the Gulf of Mexico. We cannot confirm if any of them still exist. We can confirm that most so-called safe zone signals on the radio are traps. Some are overrun. Some are bait. Some are controlled by groups that kill survivors for supplies. Be careful who you trust. The dead only take your body. The living take everything. If you're out there listening, and someone you love is already gone, you are not weak for missing them. You are not broken for still speaking their name in the dark. Grief is the last thing proving you're human. Hold on to that. I have an update that we are receiving live seismic motion readings from the western perimeter. Mass movement. Thousands of targets. Moving as a single unit. This is not a scattered herd. This is a migration. If you are anywhere near desert regions, abandoned highways, or open flatlands, do not remain above ground tonight. Repeat, do not remain above ground tonight. You deserve to know the truth. The infection is not slowing. There is no cure. Every living human left on this planet is now a finite resource. The dead will win by numbers alone, unless we refuse to disappear quietly. If you're hearing this through broken headphones, if you're counting resources, if your hands are shaking as you hold that door shut, I want you to know something. You are already stronger than the world that broke. Survivors are no longer born in hospitals. They are forged in perseverance. If this transmission suddenly stops, it wasn't because hope ran out. It's because the lights did. This is deadmantrav Radio. Still broadcasting, still breathing, still human. If you're alive out there, then the world isn't over yet. God help us all.